internet time. You can see I've got a ladder going into a tree, and that's because it's time to move the internet from the camper over here, which was up on that 2x4 stack. Had it up there so I could look all around and try to determine what the best direction was to get signal, where a good cell tower was. And so what ended up happening is I ended up pointing almost directly over here. Actually, right almost in that clearing right in the center. Um, I say it's a clearing. You might not think so, but anyway, just right in through there. And so now that I know that, I know which side of the tree to mount everything on. And I put a board up there right now, and I just got a strap holding the very top. I need to go get some tools and do a few modifications to everything. But figured while I was in the middle of it, I would go ahead and show how it is. This is one of the most hillbilly things I've ever done with tech. This is an outdoor waterproof box. Actually, it's a staple gun box. Now, what I have in here is my router, and my modem is inside of here, and the antennas, for some reason, the antennas I got, it just seemed like there was no intelligent way to go from this thing to the antennas while going through the case. And I could have gotten adapters and stuff, and the place that sold it they didn't have the cable. They said they could locate one for me, but they did sell these things they go right from my modem. And so I just put them out a hole and put it in here through some aluminum. I need to resecure this just to make sure these never wiggle and cut along there or anything like that. But this toolbox, painting it white for to keep the heat down in the summertime. Right now that's not a concern as it's like 50 degrees out, but that's pretty much what I'm doing. This is an adapter for power over Ethernet, so I can run Ethernet through here. I had messed up and ran 48 volts to this one time, and not to this box because I blew the box up. It's designed for 12 volts, not 48 volts. So I knew that, but I was in a hurry, and anyway. So that's what ended up taking place there, and this is my current plan. Hopefully I can sit this up there for a couple years without having to fool with it. I will need to ensure I have everything waterproofed. I'm not completely sure on ventilation, so I'm going to end up asking some guys on a forum about that, just because I know they actually sell proper internet boxes, and I think I was actually going to be getting one, but I think it ended up getting lost in the mail. Someone was kind enough to give me one, but it's been a couple weeks, and so I've just said, well, this will work for today till it gets here, and today is turning into tomorrow, and so on and so forth. But I just have to think about the ventilation a little bit to get any heat out if it builds up heat in there. I don't know how much heat that modem and router actually generate, but that's the one unknown thing. But it's fairly easy to access, being I have a ladder, and I've got a good spot to put it in the tree there. So that's today's project. A lot of my videos, we do weekly updates and stuff on what's happening here on the homestead, but some of this kind of just in the middle of stuff just gets missed, and a lot of times I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I absolutely hate to show jimmy rigging stuff stuff like this. But if you don't know how to do that a little bit, well, you either better be made of money or yeah, got a rich uncle or something. But anyway, that's what I'm doing for now, and I will attach a video right on the end of this, and if it works, great. If not, well, there might not be a video on the end of this for a while. So, all right, thanks for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It tells YouTube that, hey, I have interesting content, and it will feature me in searches and things like that. So, have a great day. So, we got our internet up and running. Ran the extension cable from the inverter connected to the solar panels and the batteries over here on the ground next to the sleeping dog. And we're broadcasting Wi-Fi over the whole field. And that whole setup's working good. Power over Ethernet's working. I just put this cable together. It's the first time I ever put an Ethernet cable together. I'm not really sure how I've gone so long without doing that, but anyway. Yep, painted box up there. Ready to go. Got a couple screws in that board up there and into the tree. There's a couple spots I chose that where an old branch broke off or something, and I don't think I'm harming the tree by putting it there. Last thing I want is to kill the tree with my internet setup and the whole thing falls over. So got a ratchet strap up there just to make sure there's no wiggling or anything like that. Make sure it's as stationary as possible. And somewhere down here I'm going to put the router and run an extension cord over here in a better way, and eventually I'll actually hardwire. So got everything off the ground. Opted not to use this one surge protector thing, but we just got a cord running from the camper over here up into this old typewriter case, and there's a green cord from there that goes kind of squiggles around the branches up to the other one. I kind of wrapped it around there so it wouldn't be so beat back and forth by the wind maybe. That's not an exterior rated cable, so I'm going to end up running a conduit from here up to the box up there at some point, but for now this will do for a little while. I'm going to do some additional weatherproofing here just to help take care of that issue, in addition to doing some silicone. But silicone's real easy to break when you open it, so you can just re-silicone it when you close it again. And hopefully it's not something that you open and close too often. A little bit dustier in here than I remembered it being, but anyway. Here we have the power over Ethernet that goes up to the internet, and we have the modem power, and just the extension cords run here at the bottom. If any moisture would accumulate, it has a weep hole to get out of. But the old router's in here, and it should be broadcasting Wi-Fi really well. It does really well when it's outside. We just have such a big area here with this field, and we actually had it going from the camper all the way down to the edge there, down to that little goat shed building. So I'm hopeful that that's going to again go that way, and I'm not sure if I'm going to leave this this case here permanently or not. I may build something a little better. Absolutely drives me nuts the way it all looks, so I may have to tidy things up and, you know, not have orange straps and things like that. Maybe build some kind of fancy looking, you know, I could make it look like a birdhouse or something, just an internet house. So I could definitely do something like that, but yep, that's it in a nutshell. One thing I would like to add is we have a little Nighthawk 1100. It's just a hotspot, and I'd like to replace this router at some point with a load balancing router, and be able to plug the Nighthawk in here, and essentially that would combine the internets, because my Nighthawk's always on one band, and the other one's always connecting to a different band. I need to play around more with that, but that's the way it is anyway. So I should be able to really increase my speeds with that, and the cool thing is you'd be able to walk right up here, open this up, pull the hotspot off. Since we don't have cell service, then you could just run on down the road, go to town, use that the hotspot to your phone, and then you could actually, if you needed something or wanted to communicate back here, you could call or text back here, and we'd still have the one Wi-Fi source to receive that call. So that would just be really cool, and of course having two set up for redundancy is great. With us streaming live YouTube videos, there's at some point, I'm sure that the internet will go down in the middle of a live stream, and that'll be annoying. But if I have a load balancing router, it should be able to switch on the fly and keep me going with the other internet source. So that's pretty much the internet situation. It'll probably go along the lines I mentioned and stay this way for quite some time. Other than just dressing it up and making it look a little nicer, this is a general idea of what I want. So, all right, thanks for watching.